Good afternoon, students. Lesson number 7, Swaraj First Conquest. Although Shivaji and his comrades took the oath of Swaraj in the temple of Rajeshwar, the idea of establishing Swaraj was still a very difficult and far-fetched one. Children, you know that Shivaji had taken the oath of Swaraj at the temple of Rajeshwar and with his friend Mavlas, but only taking the oath was not enough. Now the planning for this was more difficult. In those days, Maharashtra was governed by four different powers: the Mughal Emperor of Delhi, Sultan Adil Shah of Bijapur, the Portuguese of Goa, and Siddhi of Janjira. Because of this, the task of establishing Swaraj was difficult. Why it was difficult? It was difficult because it was governed by four different powers, the four rulers, so it was difficult. And although Shivaji owned the Jagir in Pune, all the forts in the Jagir were in the charge of officers from the court of Bijapur. So whatever forts that were in Pune that Shivaji wanted to take over were in the charge of the court of Bijapur by the officers from the court of the Bijapur. Shivaji decided to take charge of the forts one at a time. He captured the Torana fort by taking a difficult passage called Junjar Machi and thus lay the foundation of Hinduist Swaraj. Children, Shivaji took the first charge of the fort of the Torana. Why? Because it was on the high hilly areas. There was a passage through which he secretly took the Torana fort in his hands through the Junjar Machi and thus laid the foundation, the first fort of Swaraj. Very soon, Shivaji also captured the Kannad fort in the Kannad valley and posted his guards everywhere for better administration. Now, children, after capturing the fort of Tarana, Shivaji captured the Kannad fort. Now, this was also it was difficult to capture, but then he captured and posted his guards everywhere for better administration. Now, whenever the Mughal emperor asked him the reason for why he was taking the forts, so he said that it was for the better administration of the kingdom. While repairing the fort, Shivaji's worker found four metal pots filled to the brim with mohurs, gold coins. Shivaji believed that it was a gift from goddess Bhavani. Shivaji utilized the treasure to buy arms and ammunition. Now, as children, you know that the Shivaji had taken two forts, first in the Torana fort and then now in the Kannad valley, the other fort. So when he was repairing the fort, he found lot of moors in the earth down. So he was very happy and everyone was very happy. They said that this is a gift from the goddess Bhavani for the good cause of Swaraj. So Shivaji said that this is because goddess Bhavani is with us. We have got this gift from her, and so he utilized the money to buy the arms and ammunition. Shivaji started an incomplete fort and used the treasure to complete fortification. He named it Rajgarh. Rajgarh became the first capital of Swaraj. Now, after capturing Torana and Kannad fort, Shivaji eyes were on the fort of Muramdev, which was left incomplete by the Adil Shah. It was on a very high hill with steep and difficult way to access, and so therefore it was of great importance. So Shivaji thought to capture this fort, the fort of Muramdev. It was an incomplete fort. Shivaji used the money found at Torana fort to complete the fortification of this fort. And so this fort, and after capturing it, he sent stonemasons, carpenters, blacksmiths, water carriers, other workers to work on that fort. he renamed the Muramdev fort as Rajgarh. So this Rajgarh became the first capital of Swaraj. Thus Shivaji Maharaj took control of other forts as well, and using his political and diplomatic skills started capturing more. There was no stopping him. Now Shivaji was with his highly clever skills started taking fort after fort. He was very smart in capturing all these forts, and so there was no one stopping him. Artists and Deshmukh started praising Shivaji, but there were some who did not like Shivaji's success, so they complained to the Adil Shah's court. They went there and complained about Shivaji, that Adil Shah, Shivaji is taking fort after fort under his command. So the collector dispatched a messenger to Bijapur informed Adil Shah of Shivaji's rapid progress. But Shivaji was very shrewd in all this work. So he gave him the explanation to the Adil Shah that he was taking the charge of courts under his position in order to for the better administration of the countryside. He said that he had no evil design at the back of this action. It was only for the benefit of the Shivaji started capturing fort after fort. Fort Kondana, Purandar and Rohida fort. There were nobody to stop him. Okay children, so here we finish our lesson Swaraj First Conquest. Thank you.